What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Jake, aka StarCoding, coming at you with another video where we're talking about computer science. Today we're talking about philosophy yet again. We're going on a rant style of video where we're talking about tactical programming and strategic programming. Now, for anyone that is actually has a computer science degree of any sorts, will hopefully hear this conversation and be like, yes, I know where this is going. This is awesome. But and if you don't know where I'm going with this, then question what that piece of paper really means. On the other hand, yeah, we're talking about what is a good program, in this way of defining a good program tactically versus strategically with strategy. English, not the best at it. But yeah, so I mean, what is a tactical program? Well, technically it's defined as something that works, but doesn't really make sense under the hood. To an end user of the program works as expected. However, under the hood, when you look at the code and the integrity of the system that makes the end result, it does not make sense. There are things that just are are thrown without thought of the long-term design of a system and how it might evolve over time. A tactical program is one that works today, but would take some heavy weight and lifting to get something else added to it. And another way of saying what a tactical program is it's something that when you want to add a simple feature or a simple add-on to the main program, it's actually going to take a lot of work. You might want to add, let's just we're some sort of ice cream shop, okay? And we're making a program for the ice cream shop, and all of a sudden you want to add brownies to the menu. And in your mind, you're like, oh yeah, just add this brownie to the menu. But if it was a tactically designed program, maybe adding something as simple as a brownie takes a year long to do. And that's what we call a tactical program. Where strategic programming is one where you're not only thinking about getting the program to work, but you're thinking about it in a way that, hey, this thing is obviously going to evolve over time, and how can I better predict and think about how the way this program might evolve over time. And that's really all there is to it. Strategic versus tactical programming. Tactical, you're thinking in the moment and trying to get it to work now. Whereas strategic, you're maybe taking a little bit more time, just making more generic code, not being so tightly confined to what is expected by the end result right now, but being more generic so that way if something unexpected comes up, I can make the adjustment as necessary to get it done. I hope that rant just makes sense. Maybe comment below how you're thinking so far in the video if you're following along. So just talking about how much time should I think versus doing tactically. There's a great book, Mythical Man Month, that goes over this, and how much time you should think about code before committing to it. And on average, they say, I think it was 20% of your time. So 1/5 of your time pretty much should be dedicated to just thinking about the long-term implications of your code and how that design is going to come into play. In actuality, what I think this means in a practical use for your company, for your culture, is not going sprint by sprint, not going, assignment by assignment, but doing your work in the moment now in this current sprint while also planning for the next sprint. This might be involved in some grooming sessions if you're using Agile. But the point is, while you're coding current work on a corporate project in your enterprise, you might also want to start designing the next phase so that way you're ready to then continue your work continuously. And so in tactical applications, I would say, hey, your product team comes to you and they want this done, you get it done, cool. And you get the next assignment, you keep going with that. Whereas with this kind of strategic design, you might be planning your sprints out and not in your most closest one, but two sprints out, thinking about how I'm going to design this, how it's going to come, so that when it actually does become the current sprint, I have a plan already in place and I can design this for the long-term goals. Again, 1/5 of your time should be spent recommendedly thinking about the long-term design of your code. The only exceptions to this, really, truly, is one, if you have a really awesome, close culture. If you and some programmers, like, if you have like a very high trust and high, I guess, cohesion of workforce, then yeah, I mean, y'all can spit out code, go quick, go rapid prototype mode, and get some MVP, some like minimal viable product stuff out the door quick, and make those changes as necessary. Obviously, you are accumulating this thing called technical debt, but it's going to be okay because you have a high functioning team. And this is usually prevalent in startups, especially when you're running off of venture capital. I mean, guys, if you're borrowing off of if your company is based off of borrowed money, then yeah, you probably want to rapid prototype and not think about the long-term design because you got to get a product right now. But hopefully you have a well-defined team for when that happens, and then you can, once you start getting that product out the door, you can go back and make it happen. So yeah, just a quick rant. Hope it was enjoyable. Y'all have a great day. Peace.